Jump off that exhausting hamster wheel and into balanced living with Dr. Marissa.
Promise you joy in the mystery.
Dr. Marissa, also known as the Asian Oprah. Her mission, to be a beneficial presence on the planet. Her purpose, to be your personal advocate to live, laugh, love, learn. Her life motto, don't die wondering. Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
And welcome, you are tuned in to Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, a morning show here on NBC News, CNBC News, and NBC Sports radio station, KCAA, AM 1050, FM 102.3, FM 106.5, and streaming everywhere. iHeartRadio, Spotify, Stitcher, Podchaser, Amazon Music, Tiki Live, Rumble, iTunes, TuneIn, and Audible, and more. That's what happens when I go out of order. I am Dr. Marissa, your host, also known as the Asian Oprah. And this whole week, we've been blessed in studio with a special guest co-host, my friend Piper Dellums. And it's ready. 1, 2, 3. Happy Earth Day. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy
Earth Day
2022. It's been an interesting time with Mother Nature. Some people have said that Mother Earth, said, well, you're not taking care of things. So here's a pandemic. So emissions got cut. We could see the Himalayas. There were a number of things that happened during the pandemic that were good. I know there was a lot of loss as well, but I think that this is a particularly good Earth Day as we sort of peek out of the pall of the pandemic. So as per usual, I thought we would start up with our gratitudes, just do 3 because we've got a packed show today, and make our gratitude sandwich specific to what we're grateful for to Mother Nature or Mother Earth or Pachamama. Those of you who missed can go on the video on YouTube to see Piper Dellums' beautiful music video, which is called Pachamama. Yeah, so it's really beautiful and a wonderful tribute to her beloved father, Ron Dellums.
And to our beloved mother.
Yes, who was behind the release of Nelson Mandela. That's how I know him and attribute, and so much more. But I think that is truly a legacy that he left that Piper's stepping into. So, okay, so go ahead, you start.
Well, of course, because it's Earth Day, I'm grateful for the mother. For Pachamama, for Gaia, for the Unkamaki, for the ancestor tree. I'm grateful for her breath, her sustenance, her nurturance, and her necessity. So thank you, Mother Earth. Thank you.
谢谢. That's Mandarin for thank you, by the way. I'm grateful that thanks to Mother Nature, there is never a shortage of breath. That when I take a breath, I take nothing from you. And it is my symbol of abundance. And I'm grateful that I woke up this morning with breath and that I know that today that breath sustains me and allows me to think, create, hold, hug, laugh, invent, and more.
Well, in that vein, thank you for the Amazon. This central part of the body of humanity and the body of the earth, because the Amazon provides 20% of oxygen to the entire world. I'm grateful for the millions of species of flora and fauna in between her hands, in between her thighs. And I thank you for those of us that are actively saving her. So I thank you for the Amazon, for the heart of the mother.
I'm grateful for my body and that I do not have to tell it how to digest food or regenerate skin or work at all the replenishing and functions. I don't have to tell my kidney how to work. And that is truly a magic, Mother's Nature.
Yes. Well, in my final one, I am grateful for the bees. I have always loved bees. I collect bees. I design around bees. I'm grateful for the pollination because I love gardens. I love flowers and the nectar that bees provide through their flight and through their purpose. So I thank you for the bees. I'm grateful.
And my final one is I am grateful for all the beautiful stops on the joyride of my life that I have been able to stop and smell the roses, smell the flowers, which my big brother Michael Bernard Beckwith says is flowers. They really have no purpose except to say to us that God is smiling at us. And I just love the beauty that I get to see from Mother Nature showing off. And segueing, I'm going to be showing some clips of my favorite stops in Mother Nature. And we'll start with one right now. I wanted to show you this. Remember I mentioned to you about this amazing thing I saw in Santa Cruz? Here it is.
Ooh.
It's so cool. I've never seen anything like this. So freaking amazing. This is definitely feeding my addiction to joy. So cool. Oh my goodness. Just when I thought I saw it all.
Beautiful.
This is the wonder of life, folks. I mean, we see
isn't that amazing?
Here in
So
San Francisco, but never on the water like this.
Look at this.
Wow.
That's sea lion.
Just
Isn't that crazy?
Oh, that is so stunningly beautiful. I love that.
And then these are my favorite.
Oh, okay.
Every time the dolphin surfaces, you make a wish and you set an intention.
I have a lot of wishes.
Yes, you do. They're so beautiful. Oh my God, I'm so happy. I love my life. So freaking amazing.
Isn't that cool? And then one more under the ocean.
Very beautiful. I love dolphins. They're good medicine, strong medicine.
I'm so glad that we live in a place where we can actually see dolphins.
Well, I wish we lived in a place where people cared enough about the dolphins' environment to keep the ocean clean. But
That
I'm
is
thankful
true.
that we're still able to bear witness.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're losing them.
Yeah. I want to highlight an interview I did with Rico Berry. I'm not going to show it now, but I don't know if you know. Remember the Cove?
I do.
Blackfish.
Oh, yes, of course.
So it's the cousin of that. So if you love dolphins, go to the dolphin activist, Rico Berry, who single-handedly brought all the attention to the slaughter of dolphins in the Cove in Taiji, Japan. So watch
The fishing industry, probably.
Exactly. And fishing and SeaWorld, Marine Land, I don't go to those anymore because they fuel the slaughter of dolphins there. So, yeah. All right. Let's see if we have time for one more before we go on break.
I was so fortunate. Best
Diver. So this really gets me.
Cool.
Yeah,
one of the highlights of my trip.
absolutely.
Scuba diving this was in the Great Barrier Reef.
Glorious.
Right on.
Spectacular.
And it's incredible.
I did a 3-month scuba dive of Beckway, Union Island at the Chief St. Vincent.
How can you not?
Wow.
Yeah, all of the Grenadine Islands I go.
You know, my favorite part of scuba diving is how
I was so fortunate.
quiet
Best investment I ever made was an underwater
at the same
camera.
time underwater, and your senses are so heightened. Isn't that the coolest?
I love it. I have a crazy story wrapped around scuba diving. I was scuba diving on my honeymoon, and we went down to an old English gunboat in the middle of the West Indies, and I left my husband. I went through the window, cut my leg. I was in a shorty, didn't know it. Went in through a little cave because it was dark and ominous and beautiful, and I got rushed out, and I was face to face with a shark who had spawned. Her baby was inside the cave. I had my little dive knife. I'm shaking, I'm bleeding, and I'm backing away. And I'm thinking, I can't believe this is the way I'm going to go. But she was a mama like you and I. And all she said was, back away from my baby, lady. And I backed away, and she went back into the cave. I was so terrified, and I was trying not to use up all of my oxygen. And then I found my husband, and I couldn't remember the sign language. And I was going like this. And he was shooting hearts at me and blowing kisses. Oh my God. We got to the top, and I was like, I was face to face with a shark.
Oh my goodness.
But it's still,
that
is still amazing. Yeah.
Amazing. Yes, we could do a whole show on brushes with death for sure. I think both of us have had our fair share of
anything like that for you underwater? Anything like that for you underwater?
Not underwater, but I remember being afraid because there were sharks below, barracudas when I saw them.
Oh, yeah.
And, I'm just like, okay. Again, I can't imagine this is the end for me, but I know that I'm going to be okay. But if it is my time, what a way to go. Right.
And look at all of the survival stories of surfers and other people lost legs, lost arms, and right back there into the water.
Absolutely.
So we must not taste that great. They seem to spit us out.
Absolutely. If you just tuned in and wondering who's here, it's Piper Dellums, my wonderful friend who is a fabulous filmmaker and humanitarian. I'm Dr. Marissa, your host, producer of Take My Advice, I'm Not Using It, Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa. It is celebrating Earth Day 2022. We're going to be right back with a special interview that I had with HGTV and DIY host, who's I found out afterwards, I wondered why they put in the description he was handsome. But I looked him up after I interviewed him, and I'm like, wow, he is super cute. He's married. It's okay. But we got to play together and bring you a little information about the positive side of alternative energy. So that's going to be when we come back. Matt Blashaw.
Matt Blashaw.
So that's when we come back here on Take My Advice, I'm Not Using It, Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, the station that leaves no listener behind. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
Want to find happiness? Well, it's looking for you. 8 Ways to Happiness from Wherever You Are by Dr. Marissa Pei is a self-help book on steroids with practical concepts and exercise that will help you find the love you've been looking for inside yourself. It's a cross between I'm okay and you're still okay. And if you do the exercises, you will never hate yourself the same way again. For an autographed copy of this #1 bestseller, go to www.drmarissa.life or just order at Target, Walmart, and Amazon today. You can choose happiness because pain in life is mandatory, but suffering is optional. Alrighty.
Dr. Marissa here, ready to... sorry.
Dr. Marissa here, ready to drive a car that was designed with you in mind? Using patented technology, Mazda is focused on creating a human-centric vehicle, and Capistrano Mazda is ready to put you in the driver's seat. Family-owned and operated, Capistrano Mazda gives you a mileage guarantee. When you buy your new Mazda, you become part of their family. So visit capomazda.com today like I did, and now I can't stop smiling with my fabulous new Mazda MX-5 convertible Miata. Does the news scare you in the morning? I actually take my phone and plug it in outside of my bed, because I know that when I pick it up first thing in the morning, that more often than not, what I'm swiping is not good news. Some of us have forgotten that we can actually use the most powerful tool we have, called choice, to choose whether to listen to the news or not, or where we get our news. So that's why I'm so delighted to invite you to my show, 8 a.m. every weekday morning, called Take My Advice, I'm Not Using It, Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show that focuses on hope and happiness and solutions to problems, instead of just ranting and raving about what's wrong with the world and what's wrong with people.
Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
And we're back. You're tuned into Take My Advice, I'm Not Using It. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on NBC News Radio, KCAA, AM 1050, FM 102.3, FM 106.5, and streaming everywhere, including my YouTube channel. And you can get all past 684 shows. This is 685, as well as lots of Earth Day special videos, dolphins, sea lions that you just saw, and more, as well as some of the times I've been in the news, as well as some of the times that I'm singing. I'm a retired lounge lizard that enjoys coming out singing with the Agape International Choir, and my red carpet interviews with people like Lieutenant Uhura, with, of course, Fran Drescher, who's also been a guest on my show, Halle Berry, John Travolta, billionaire John, I always forget. I'm going to pretend that I didn't say that, and Quincy Jones. I do have photographic
about Michelle Nichols. You said Lieutenant Uhura. That's Michelle Nichols.
John Paul DiGiorgio. I don't know why I have that, but I am so grateful that Piper has joined me this week. I can't believe it's Friday. It went so fast.
It did. What a week.
It has been an amazing week.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you what your favorite memories are, or the thing that you weren't expecting, maybe, that you experienced, and something that you're going to keep. It's the keeper's exercise, the one thing you're going to remember about this week on With Me. So I'll let you think about that while I play the interview that I had yesterday. I wanted to wait until Earth Day to actually play my interview with him. His name's Matt Blashaw, and he's going to talk to us about alternative energy to celebrate Earth Day.
You got to think beyond just how much money we're going to.
Live with someone special today, recognizing Earth Day and decarbonization with PERC. I have HGTV host and construction expert Matt Blashaw is here to talk Earth Day. Matt is teaming up with Propane Energy for Everyone to share low-carbon home improvement solutions. Blashaw is currently hosting Build It Forward, a new HGTV show which provides life-changing home makeovers to people and who give their all to their community. Welcome to my show, Matt Blashaw.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.
Of course. And we're hearing more and more about ways to be environmentally friendly, thank goodness. Tell us, what does Earth Day mean to you?
Yeah, absolutely. It takes on a whole new meaning for me, being a father, what my son is going to have in the future. And we usually think about, recycling and planting a tree, which is fantastic. But I want people to think beyond that. I want them to think about energy and to choose a diverse, low carbon energy mix. And this is what's going to power. It's going to power homes and businesses. We're putting all of our eggs into one basket when it comes to the electrical grid. And we're putting so much stress on it. So the more diverse America's energy mix is, the more reliable it's going to be in the future.
Interesting. Yeah, we do hear about it. Most of the normal people understand that we are going through climate change, and hopefully that will continue to increase instead of the ones who are like, what climate change? So for sure, this is something we all have to be attentive to. Now, what are your views for green building?
Yeah, green building is, maybe 15 years ago, I didn't have to educate my clients on it. Now they come to me with green options. And a lot of people think of the green options in terms of, more insulation, better windows. But we got to think beyond just how much money we're going to save. And let's think about what energy we are using. Okay. And what kind of energy is going to come in that's going to create less greenhouse gases. And that's why propane is a great option. It's a clean energy option. It's made right in the USA. It's affordable. It's available right now. And families can choose propane, and it's for lower carbon emissions. And they also gain energy independence because that propane tank is stored right on their property, ready to be used.
Yeah, I just have that idea around green building. It's not just greenhouse gases, it's also saving money green, but it's an affordable option, or more affordable now.
Yes, absolutely. It's a little bit of a both. It's got to be a little bit of both. Because we're turning more and more to really the environment and what kind of impact we're making on the environment, not necessarily the impact on our wallets. And that's why with the electrical grid, I'm from California. That's where I actually live in Kansas City now, but I'm born and raised in Southern California. And we put a lot on the electrical grid, and we're getting better and better at it with wind turbines and solar power. But electrifying everything is not going to be the answer. And in fact, it's going to take decades, and it's going to cost trillions of dollars to clean up the electrical grid, which now it runs a lot on natural gas and coal. And an interesting fact too, it's not necessarily it's how we generate it, but the way we deliver it to our homes, we are losing up to 2/3 of the energy by the time it gets to our home because our delivery system is outdated too. So switching solely to electricity won't lower emissions right now. And that's why I'm encouraging families to use a mix. Okay, it's not any one thing. And propane is an important part of that energy mix. It's going to help Americans clean up the environment. Right now, it's going to do it equitably, and it's going to do it affordably.
Yes, for sure, especially with respect to the animals and mammals that we share this planet with, for sure.
Absolutely.
So low energy options, solar, propane, list some more for me so I have the whole gamut.
Yes, and it's really funny. A lot of people just think of propane as being a little tank that you put into a barbecue, but it can be used all over the house with dryers, water heaters, fireplaces, just about everything. Schools, we use it for buses. I've seen it out on buses, propane-powered buses. Farmers are using it to run pumps, irrigate crops, to really deliver food, to the world. So anywhere that America needs energy, propane is making it's a really positive impact. And also, we talk about the power outages. There's propane powered power generators, all right, for your house, individual power generators for your house. So it goes beyond just the barbecue, beyond the fireplace. Propane has a really important important position in the energy role in this country, and it can make a positive impact, and it's truly for everyone.
Yeah, this is the first time hearing of it, and I'm glad to. And it sounds like it's safe to do all those things. It's that mindset going beyond what you just said, that it's just for fireplaces. But it sounds like it's a wonderful option for energy. Now, let's change gears a little. Tell me about your new show and what's next for your career, Mr. HGTV.
Yeah, hopefully what's next is great. I know it will be no matter what. I had an honor. I've been with that network since 2008, done so many shows, but this show really hit home and was a passion project for me. It was 5 episodes. We went around the country, my co-host and I, Tanya Nyack. We surprised 5 people that have started charities or that have worked for charities. They make such a positive impact on their community. We give them whole house renovations. They had no idea we were coming. So we were able to surprise them. It was a fantastic show. It's airing on HGTV. You can watch it now on Discovery Plus. It's called Build It Forward. And I was so honored to be a part of it.
That's wonderful. And I love the give back in that. Now, where can we go for more information?
Absolutely. If you want to learn more about what you can do on this Earth Day, learn more about decarbonization, head on over to propane.com.
Wonderful. And yes, I'm in California now. So I actually raised 2 kids in Orange County. And so we have that in common. And I love what you're doing. I love your slogan, "One call fixes it all." And I wish you very well on HGTV. I'm actually on a couple of different past shows on Discovery. So it sounds like we are side by side here. But thank you so much for coming on Earth Day to share this new thing that I've never heard of, propane.com. If you're listening, you're looking to do your part in making our planet and Earth, healing it from how we have hurt it, then go to propane.com. Thanks so much, Matt, and best to you.
Thank you so much. Say hi to Ronan OC for me.
Yes, Piper in the private chat goes, "He's hot."
I mean, oh my God. I was like, I think I need my house rebuilt.
Yeah, it was so funny in the call sheet when they listed us the handsome. And I didn't even catch it until after the interview.
Right.
Like, oh my God, that's an understatement. But he's happily married. Hello.
Of course.
That's okay.
He's an Adonis.
We can still enjoy.
He's healing the earth. He's Adam.
Yes. So it's that's why I wanted to bring that. We could do a whole show on how horrible everything is, and staying in the problem for me doesn't help anything. But
absolutely.
Finding that place of solution. So did you figure out what your favorite thing or your aha from the show, from being with me this week?
Absolutely, I did, which actually really pours into Earth Day, because I think the greatest aha for me was coming to the center of the earth of my temple, my spirit, my soul, my body, and my humanity, by being able to fearlessly and courageously, for the first time publicly, talk about the experience of surviving coercive control, narcissistic abuse, domestic violence, and being able to say to myself and to the world without hesitation, yet I still love. I never stopped loving. So I think what I took from that is I patted myself on the heart and I thanked God, because I dedicated all of the years to assisting in that healing process, getting us to therapy, getting us into programs, taking us to Rhythmia. I did everything that I could do. And then one day I had to awaken and say, this journey is yours to take, to keep, to heal. Now it's my turn to step forward and heal and be the Moses for other women, to say, set the captives free out loud to a body of humanity who has turned its back on women. So welcome to Earth Day, because we've also turned our back on our great mother, and it is time for us to be restored. Tierra mi cuerpo, agua mi sangre, aire mi aliento, el fuego mi espíritu. The earth is my body. You know, the air is my breath. The water is my blood. And fire is my spirit.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And on that note, you have a special poem that you are dedicating to Earth Day 2022.
Well, that is not a poem from me. This is one of the most, it's a song called Mama. It is Sam Garrett, probably one of the most brilliant, spiritually connected, earth-loving, soul-ascending artists in the world right now. And when I do my retreats, when I'm sitting around the native indigenous ancestral drum, we often beat this into as a meditation into the earth. And those were the lyrics that I just spoke to you of the song, Mama. It's dedicated to our Earth Mother.
Beautiful. So I'm going to play it as our gift to celebrate Earth Day.
Yes.
All right, and see if I can do this in the first shot.
So we'll open it up in Spanish. So tierra mi cuerpo is earth is my body. Agua mi sangre is water is my blood. Aire mi aliento is air is my breath. Y fuego mi espíritu is fire is my spirit.
All right.
Hey, mamacita.
There we go. Enjoy.
To our mother.
Tierra mi cuerpo, agua mi sangre, aire mi aliento, fuego mi espíritu. Tierra mi cuerpo, agua mi sangre, aire mi aliento, fuego mi espíritu. Hey, mamacita, hey, yeah, Tierra mi cuerpo, agua mi sangre, aire mi aliento, fuego mi espíritu. Tierra mi cuerpo, agua mi sangre, aire mi aliento, fuego mi espíritu. Yeah, mamacita, yeah, Earth is my body, water is my blood, air is my breath, and fire is my spirit. Earth is my body, water is my blood, air is my breath, and fire is my spirit. I am mama, yeah, mama, yeah, yeah, mama, yeah. my all unknown. Humble and gracious is where we belong. One family, one tribe, and we all get along. We call on the stars, the rivers and trees. We learn from the mountains, the birds and the bees. We gather the sangha, our roots grow down deep. Beneath the surface, beyond our beliefs. We can come home, children, don't be afraid. Life is your teacher, so don't run away. Stay wild and free, raise your hands up and pray. This is our moment, it's only today. Yeah, Mamacita, show us the way. We no longer hide from the shadows and pain. We are alive, we are awake. We are the open, and this is our faith. Llena mi cuerpo, agua mi sangre. Aire mi aliento, fuego mi espíritu. Llena mi cuerpo, agua mi sangre. Aire mi aliento, fuego mi espíritu. You bring us naked. You bring us naked. Yeah, yeah. I feel the earth beneath my feet. I feel the life within her leaves. I feel her song in the rain that falls. I feel the warmth in her heart that calls. I feel the earth beneath my feet. I feel the life within her leaves. I feel her song in the rain that falls. I feel the warmth in her heart that calls. Hey mama, hey mama, hey. 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 Hey mama, hey mama, hey.
Molly Mendoza, Isam Gerrit.
All right, guys, today I'm going to be diving into a product review about.
God love commercials.
Aren't they beautiful?
Let me just do this first for appreciation. Wow.
Yes.
That was perfect, Piper, for Earth Day. Thank you.
Mm.
Oh, the Mamacita, Fuego, Espirito. Oh, so
Yes.
beautiful.
Mm.
They're beautiful. Are they friends of yours? Or you just
I met them. No, I met them in the Amazon. I went to Costa Rica and Colombia to heal with my Taita Juanito. And they are a part of this very stunning healing community that I have interwoven my spirit with. So as part of my company, I'll be throwing 4 times a year an Is Love Pachamama music festival to decriminalize Mother Earth, to bring us back to holistic eating and holistic medicine, to earth medicine, plant medicine, and back to cultural indigenous ways. So hopefully for my first big concert, they'll be headlining.
Oh, that would be beautiful.
Yes, yes. I'm trying to get Sansang. There's so many incredible artists that are out there doing the work and localizing change through the shift in energetic frequency just in the music.
Beautiful.
Calling awareness and wholeness. Yeah, I love this song. I play it every single morning out in my garden when I'm embracing my Unkamaki ancestral redwood tree to say thank you and gratitude.
Oh,
I blast it. My neighbors know when I'm awake. So Paul is burning. Mama is playing. Yeah, that's my morning sunrise before my prayer and meditation.
Beautiful. Right? And I hope to come and teach Tai Chi, Balance Tai Chi Gong.
Oh, yes. At my next retreat, I'll be throwing it in Florida, specifically for survivors of domestic violence. I think your Tai Chi is going to be incredibly important. To balance the body, which is one of my gratitudes to you for what this has done. You're bringing us back to our root like the tree to allow us to drink from the substance of the foundation of our earth, and the earth is what brings us back to wholeness. And sometimes it starts with a conversation and a reminder who we are, what we are. So I remember the work that you did at my retreat on the mountaintop. It was quite beautiful. And you made that sacred circle.
And when we did the butterfly form, guess what flew by? A butterfly.
Butterfly. Oh.
Yeah. I put your retreat, those of you who weren't here for her earlier co-hosting this week, isloveretreats.com, right?
Yeah.
And so I put that in the little.
And there is a category in Piper's Is Love Boutique called Saving the Bees and Planting More Trees. In that category, if you choose anything from that category, 100% goes back to those causes. And Follow the Sun. Follow the Sun is for healing and cleaning up the earth. So from those 2 categories during this month, go for it and know that you will be a major part, not just of wearing a high vibration of a sun or a bee or something that stimulates us to want to change, but also you will be investing in the next generation and into the mother herself.
For sure. See if we can pull that up real quick. See how good I'm getting at this. We'll see.
You're so sweet.
Love.
Oh, that song just did such a good thing to my spirit. So if you go over to Piper's Is Love Boutique at the top and see the first thing says Follow the Sun. There you go. So the Follow the Sun series, these are our design. They're hand woven.
Oh, I like the yoga.
Yeah, almost everything is made in Europe, in Spain, in Latvia, and in the United States. We do source some materials from Mexico and some from China, but very few. We are very focused on ensuring high quality, a lot of recycled material.
There's another good beanie for Michael.
Yeah, this is Follow the Sun.
There's plus sizes. Great.
Oh, yes. It goes all the way up from infant, beach towels, jackets for children, really fine pillowcase covering, and beautiful clothing and water bottles for young ones. Yes.
Oh, look at the kids' clothes.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. All organic. And so wearing the sun not only shifts high vibration, but reminds us of this central SONSUN central grace of all the connectivity of light itself.
Oh, I
so
like
that's
this one.
Oh, and those hold in the tummy and lift up the tushy. The sports leggings for women are everything. I actually, yes.
Trying to avoid a booby do. That's when your boobie sticks out more than your
Yes.
Your
That's
tummy
right.
sticks out more than your boobie do. That's
right. And that's all for the sun. But if you scroll back to the top, you'll see another little area that says bees, plant more trees and save the bees. But you have to click where it says, go back to right there, clothing and campaigns. Click that.
right.
And then find the one that says save the bees, plant more trees. Yes. And so we have a lot of yoga and workout clothes for women and our shoes, but this is the Bee and Tree series that is specifically as a reminder that without the bees pollinating this earth, we will lose massive amounts of gardens and thus millions of other species. And it is incredibly important to be reminded of the inhabitants of the earth and the eco balance that is a necessity to the proliferation of the human species, because the earth will mutate herself. The earth will survive. What God creates is forever. However, humanity and the inhabitants that we are familiar with will be the first to be annihilated. So what can we do? And I feel like that this is a call to love. It is love. It is love to care about that which was given to us to. Yeah, the little bathing suits are really cute. They're really cute. I know, they're really cute in the back too. Those also hold the tummy in and do a little push. Those leggings are so cute on.
Well, it looks awesome there. This is what I saw before that I loved. Those backpacks are cool.
Yeah, the little minimalist. I love that. And we're sending our kids back to school. Send them back with a message. Like you say, don't send them back with backpacks with the K family on it. Send them back with backpacks. The proliferation of the human species. Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that is definitely a good call to action for anybody that wants to support in Earth Day. Treat yourself. Go to Piper's Love Boutique at isloveretreats.com. And not only are you supporting efforts for Mother Earth and the replenishment and the restoration, but her work with domestic violence. If you did not listen to parts 1 and 2 of our interviews this week, very important and aha and life-changing information for all of us who really want to bring some light into temporary areas of darkness. So I've already had lots of people commend and appreciate those part 1 and part 2 series, and you can always support her and all of her work as a filmmaker, as well as, continuing her father's legacy and the important work that she does in the United Nations, as well as her retreats for victims of domestic violence and thrivers or healed, that isn't the way you see yourself for the rest of your life. It is truly, what I want my guests to be about, is taking what shiitake has happened to them, the pain that is mandatory in life, but not suffering from it, and then alchemizing the pain into a way of embracing life and seeing yourself as one of a kind, wonderful, because that's what we are. And on Earth Day, remembering the mammals and the animals in our land, and remembering that we are also precious creations of a friendly universe.
That's right.
It is up to us to love ourselves first and foremost. That no one can give that to us. It's conditional when they do. People try their best, but truly, to love oneself is a gift of life. Not the selfish way, not the bad behavior way, But I think we've really screwed up when we don't teach kids to stay in their love of themselves and love of life, and train them into thinking that they have to be approved of by you in order to be lovable, loving, and loved. When the truth is, we are all lovable, loving, and loved. One of a kind, wonderful. No throwbacks in the bunch.
Yes.
No broken ones in the bunch. So
can we be reminded of the balance that we have with all of our brothers and sisters of the earth? So we stop for a moment and we give gratitude to the winged ones, the birds, to the finned ones, the fish and the mammals, to the stone people, the mountains, to the tall people, the trees. We say thank you to the earth, the wind, the sun, the fire, the breath of life, and to our own humanity, which is only in power and vibration and rhythm because all of the inhabitants are part of our collective body, this earth and this earth. So we say thank you.
And so it is.
Amen.
And there you have two spontaneous blessings for Earth Day for you to take with you and remember. I'm so blessed and grateful and appreciative of this week that I've spent with you.
Me too.
It's been lovely and fun, and I'm so glad we got to play together. We have a couple minutes left. I'm going to show you. I get to.
Can't get much better than this.
Oh.
I say, how can it get better than this? And after a beautiful, full, wonderful 6 months.
And these are
The fire of rebirth. I can't hear you. Look, I'm in a helicopter. This is so beautiful. Like it. Last but not least, before we sign off, my favorite drive on the planet.
Every time I see it, my heart melts. A bridge over untroubled water.
Right on.
Like a bridge over untroubled waters. So grateful. I love my life. I hope you love yours too. Peace in, peace out, world peace through inner peace.
And I can't think of a better way to celebrate and mark and highlight Earth Day than with you, Piper Dellums. I wish you the very best.
Thank you.
I love you. You are. I love you too. Thank you so much for playing with me this week. isloveretreats.com is how you can support her. Please share her interview with me on part 1 and part 2 of domestic violence to anyone that you suspect, and then open your hearts to them in a way that maybe you didn't understand until we had those interviews. Piper, one last gratitude from you. To who or what are you most grateful for or to?
Oh, right now, I am grateful to you. I am grateful to God. I'm grateful to the earth. And I'm grateful for this moment right now. I'm grateful for our reunion. It really had a purpose. Thank you for the destiny message. Thank you for listening. Thank you for saying yes. And thus, my yes could come and embrace it in return.
Absolutely. I am back at you, and I think you are wonderful, loved, loving, lovable, wrapped in a warm blanket of worthiness.
Thank you.
As we all are, as emanations of Earth Day, as we are part of it. And I love what you said about the present, because the present is a gift. Life is a gift to be unwrapped. Life does not suck. Life is amazing. It's a miracle. I know that there's plenty of things to be upset about, plenty of things to worry about. And at the same time, there are so many things to be grateful, appreciative, love, and hopefully you will take this message with you here on, take my advice, I'm not using it, Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show with Piper Dellums. Now go forth and multiply the life that you are. It's all about balance. Ready? Last time, peace in, peace out, world peace through inner peace. This is Dr. Marissa reporting live from her living room with Piper Dellums. Go have the best weekend ever.